Hey guys, it's Kerri with Couples Hiking Adventure. Greg usually does all the videos. I'm usually behind the scene. I don't like to be in videos a lot, but I'm gonna have to get used to it. So everybody knows we have freeze dryers. And we've talked about freeze drying a bunch of our meals for our hiking trips that we do. So Greg's out on the road this weekend, so I'm gonna try to freeze dry a breakfast meal for us. I'm going to do eggs, and Oklahoma people will appreciate the blue and gold sausage. It's going to be like a scramble. It's going to be eggs and sausage. I'm going to scramble the eggs, put sausage in it, cook sausage and put it in it. And we're going to put it in the trays and we're going to freeze dry it. Later on, we'll freeze dry some peppers, onions, and mushrooms, and we'll add to that. So it'll be kind of like a breakfast scramble. So we're going to see how it goes. All right, so we've got, I have about a dozen eggs. There are fresh eggs from our chickens. We have chickens in the backyard, so I cracked about 12 of them, and I'm just going to dump them in while this meat is cooking. The meat's already cooked, so, and done. So we're going to let those eggs scramble up in there. Not sure how many meals this will make. We're kind of working on trial and error. The whole freeze dryer thing's a whole new thing for us. So I do know once that I get these cooked, we're going to transfer it over onto the trays. And we're going to put the trays in our deep freeze overnight. It's always good to pre-freeze your meals before you put them in the freeze dryer. It just helps out quite a bit. Except for candy, you don't freeze candy before you freeze dry it because it has to go through the heating process first. So we'll be back once these eggs get scrambled. All right, we got everything cooked. The eggs are scrambled into the sausage. Give you a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer it out of here onto our trays. I don't know if it'll fill up all 2 trays, so we'll just find out. Also, once I get this on the trays, I'm going to weigh it. That way we can get a weight before we freeze it in the deep freeze. And then before I put them in the freeze dryer in the morning, I'll weigh them when they're frozen. That way we can calculate how much water we'll need to put into it when we go to reconstitute it. So we're hoping that this is a success. Number one, it'll help save money. on buying food, freeze-dried food for the trails. We can cook healthier food that we've been trying to do. We've lost 50 pounds each in the last 6 months, so looks like it's gonna fill up 2 trays. But freeze-dried food's a lot lighter as well when you're lugging around a 30, 35, 40 pound pack up and down mountains and hills and all that. So, but all right, so I got all that in there and I'll be back. All right, so I have it in the deep freeze. It's going to stay in here overnight, so it'll get good and frozen. That way it helps with the freezing process when I put it in the freeze dryer in the morning. So I will get back on here in the morning once I put them in the freeze dryer. Okay, so it's the next morning. I went and got the sausage egg scramble out of the freezer. This is what it looks like. It is frozen solid. So I weighed it before I put it in the freeze dryer. It weighs 41 ounces. So once it freeze dries, I will reweigh it to see what it weighs, and that'll kind of give us a idea of how much water we need to add to it so we can reconstitute it. So give me a few minutes and let me get these things in the freeze dryer. These trays are really cold. Okay. Let me switch the camera around. All right, so I'm going to lock it. I gotta reach back here and close the drain valve. So we got them in there. We're gonna hit the start button. It says close drain valve. I already did that. I'm gonna hit continue. And that's it. It's starting to freeze. So it goes through the freezing cycle and then the drying cycle. It'll probably take about, I'd say, 20 to 24 hours. So we'll be back with the finished product. All right, so it has been 22 hours and 50 minutes. It is, the cycle is done. So we're gonna pull this out. It looks like it did really well. It's just crumbling up, really dry. So I'm going to package this in just a Mylar bag for right now because I gotta go to work. And when I get home, well, probably when Greg gets home from off the road Friday, we will try to reconstitute it. So that is our breakfast scramble. Like I said, it's just eggs and sausage for right now. We do plan on freeze drying some onions, peppers, and mushrooms just to throw in the bag with it. So hopefully this will turn out good. We'll make another video whenever we go to reconstitute it to let y'all know how that works out. All right, thank you.